Day 2 of the Son Doong cave expedition kicks off deep in Vietnam's jungle. We're trekking through thick forests, crossing rivers, and making our way to Hong En Cave, our first night sleeping underground. Woke up early to pack everything into our 7-kilogram dry bags. Once handed those off, we wouldn't see them until campsite that night. So anything we needed for the day had to go in our day bags. And with all that camera gear I brought, that meant no luxuries.
Good morning. I made it with like 10 minutes to spare. Do you think people call this day 1 or day 2?
This is day 2 according to the itinerary.
That's okay, yeah.
Day 1
they
is
called
the
it
orientation.
they called it yesterday, they called today day 1. I was like, well, now this is just confusing. All right, day 2 breakfast. Have a traditional eggs and bread, almost the breakfast I've been eating every morning since I got into Vietnam, but I love eggs and bread, so it's perfect. All right, it is 8:30 and I have the suitcase here packed up, and official start time is 9 a.m. So we have 30 minutes to check out. And oh man, Dave, looking good with your, oh, look at those pants. Ugh, okay, gross. I like to call them leg prisons.
After breakfast, we met at 9 a.m. and stored everything we weren't taking on the trip in their office. Super smooth setup. They even deliver your big luggage back to your hotel at the end of the trek.
Okay, so
These guys look badass. Let's just say it.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hello, everybody.
Hello. All right, this is where the guides stay. Looks like they're getting on board.
Oh, you do?
All right, we're doing a
Big group photo.
group photo with all the guides. All right.
Our first stop, meeting the guy who literally discovered Son Doong Cave in the 90s. Just standing there, quiet, humble, like he wasn't responsible for uncovering the world's largest cave. After I was born, too. Wild.
You didn't give it to the guide, like.
No, I trust. I trust one of. I'll find those photos.
I can. This is why I did my phone.
Yes.
Now we can airdrop. I'm relying on you.
Thank you.
They weren't the guide's phones. That's why I gave them mine. They were like,
Then we hit the road with the full expedition team. Over 30 staff supporting just 10 trekkers. Porters, safety crew, cooks. It's a full production. And trust me, every one of them is needed.
All right, so from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. we have a bus ride through the jungle where we're gonna be dropped off at our official start point. And we just went completely dark, so they gave us a warning to text our loved ones if we want to now, because we have lost cell reception and won't have it again until we get back at the end of the trip. So yeah, just seeing a lot of jungle scenery and learned a lot of history from the guide on the way. But yeah, final time in a car for about a week. So we still got about 30, 45 minutes left in this drive. And then we stop, sit, and start hiking.
We reached the drop-off point at the edge of the Phong Nha National Park. And that's where things got real. I stepped off the bus, walked about 10 feet to pee, and slipped on some mud and wiped out immediately. First one to fall, perfect start.
I've already fell once, so I got that out of the way. Got a shook in front of me. Smaller waterproof sandals. Right.
The trek began with a 350-meter jungle descent. Steep, muddy, wet, humid, and soaked in that red clay. My regular hiking boots, fully wet within the first 10 minutes. The river crossings don't wait.
All right, it is 11:37 and we are about an hour and 40 minutes into our trek today, and we have reached our lunch spot, which is this first village. And as you can see, it's still, we got a light rain happening, still very, very muddy, and beautiful scenery all around. So not very physically exerting, but definitely very demanding mentally to keep your balance in all this mud. So yeah.
We reached Doong Village in just a couple hours, a remote jungle community with no roads, just foot trails. So we had lunch with the village elder, and we're just surrounded by silence and trees. It felt like stepping into another world.
All right, lunch on day 2. As you can see, all right, they have you take off your shoes. You can wash off your hands with some water. They have hand sanitizer, and then they have a giant lunch for everybody. All right, let's do this.
And then give me the rope.
After lunch, it was 3 more hours of trekking. Dense jungle, massive cliffs, and more rivers. The jungle felt alive, loud, green, and endless.
Wow, we have this beautiful river right behind us. These beautiful limestone mountains to my left and right, and a jungle in between, and a jungle all over the limestone mountains. Wow. All right, in the distance you can see our cave for the night. It is 4 hours and 20 minutes since we started hiking, and we have a group of hikers over here taking pictures to my right. And then right behind me we have the group of porters and guides. And then down here we have this beautiful river.
Eventually, we reached a small crack in the mountain, and behind it, Hong En Cave. It looked tiny from the outside, but once you pass through, it opens up into a glowing cavern big enough to fit a skyscraper. Our tents were already set up right next to an underground lake. I dropped my pack, quite unreal.
All right, here we have the tents for all the guests. So there's 10 of us. So I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So probably a guide. As you can see, there's a changing room. I'll show you back there. The cave behind us and the beautiful cave lake there. Your camping is not on the ground. So you see they have these like plastic foundation, and then they have a regular tent there. This area here is clean drink, or this is the water to brush your teeth. This is water to wash your hands, and they have some soap. We have 2 toilets, one over there, one over here. And that looks like a sauna. That's the sauna. In terms of space, you can see over here, it is the tent area. Then behind me, I have the bathroom area, and the sheer size of this is, I mean, over 100 yards. I mean, it's bigger than a football field. And here we have our dining room. Hello. Here we have chairs, 1 long table. All right. Here we have the fire. Hey guys. Everyone's tired and wet, trying to dry off. Got a fire here. Oh, people put their shoes underneath.
That is so good.
Oh, we got some people swimming already. All right, when you go swimming, you have to wear your life vest. When you go swimming, you have to wear your life vest. All right. I'm gonna give you a tour here. This is the kitchen area. The world's top chefs, shipped in from all over the world. This is where they cook all the food. All right, you see we got food cooking. They still got 2 hours left. All right, we got food preparation happening. Over here is where's all the porters and guides sleep. You can tell their section is like kind of separate from ours. And I see people here are smart. You dry out your socks, your clothes. So this will probably be filled very soon.
Dinner was inside the cave, hot food, warm lights, and echoes bouncing off million-year-old walls. It was one of those rare moments where you actually feel how far from normal life you are. Tomorrow, we push towards Son Doong itself. But today was the real test, and I passed. Let's see what tomorrow brings. Today tested everything: strength, balance, and nerves. But the reward? Camping in one of the most incredible caves on the planet. Tomorrow, we head into Son Doong itself. Subscribe and follow the series. It's about to get even crazier.